António Guterres told the session that no other body or ad hoc coalition can legally require all UN member states to comply with the decisions relating to peace and security. The UN chief also lamented what he described as a geopolitical competition, which he says continues to impede collaboration in the maintenance of peace.
And that is why reform is essential. That is why we must act without delay to enhance the representation and effectiveness of this Council. Looking ahead, on questions of the rule of law, I see three areas where Member States and this Council can take action. First, countries must keep their promises. The purposes and principles of the United Nations Charter are not optional. All countries have an obligation to uphold them, to settle disputes peacefully. Second, I urge Member States to make full use of the dispute settlement mechanisms spelled out in the Charter to prevent conflicts from starting in the first place.
The Secretary General's remarks come against the backdrop of what he says as states flouting the rule of law with impunity. This is done through the illegal use of force, the targeting of civilian infrastructure, and the widespread human rights violations and abuses. Guterres warned that such actions amount to a brazen disregard for the processes as set out in the UN Charter, resulting in the rule of law being replaced by what he calls the law of the jungle. The UN has not publicly stated its position on the recently unveiled Board of Peace established by the US President Donald Trump, which has been touted as an alternative to the world body's peacekeeping mandate. However, through the Security Council Resolution 2803, adopted in September last year, the UN welcomed the Board of Peace solely to assist with the post-war reconstruction of the Gaza Strip. Blanche Coreses, NBC News.